Hey y'all, so today I am going to be making the unicorn sprinkle soap. That's the fragrance that I would be using, and I'm kind of just freeballing it. I am going off of one of our basic recipes that I use for a lot of my soaps. And here I'm just breaking up the lye and adding the aloe vera water. So it looks like I over poured a bit, so let me get those measurements right. And now we can mix our lye and our aloe vera juice solution together. As you can see, it gets pretty hot. You should be wearing goggles and long sleeves. I have been soaping for a while now, so I'm kind of used to it. So let's set our lye solution to the side and let it cool off. So we're gonna start out by measuring our butters and oils so we can get those melted down to get this soap cooking. You guys, I am so grateful for gloves because sometimes I just want to just grab it, forget it, and clean it up later. So here we are going to add in our shea butter. Shea is great for moisturizing in soaps. I just really absolutely love it. I can't see me making any soaps without shea butter for the moisture. So now that we have got all of our hard butters and oils measured out, we're going to use a double broiler and we're going to melt those down. And while that is melting, we're going to measure out our liquid portion of our oils. So if you are new to soap making, I do recommend that you use separate containers when measuring out your liquid portion of your oils. Only because you may have some overages that you can't put back because now you have combined the oils. So make sure that you measure those separately. So now we're just gonna stir a bit and get those butters well incorporated together. And it was at that moment there that I realized that I forgot something. Okay, so now I just see a couple of little pieces of our butter that still needs to be melted. I'll go ahead and take it off the heat and just kind of stir to go ahead and melt those butter pieces down. We're now adding our liquid portion of our oils into the melted butters and oils. And I kind of like to add it last because it cools down the butter a little faster. So we're going to check the temps. Right now it's absolutely too hot to soap. I like to soap anywhere from 125 degrees down. So we're going to put these to the side to cool. And so now we are back so we can start soaping. Putting on my handy dandy gloves, checking the temps again. And I believe I soaped these at, the lye solution was at 110 and my oils and butters were at 98. So they can be approximately like 10 degrees apart. That's how I would soap, or I would soap a little lower. As you all can see, this is kind of like my favorite part, is getting to the exciting part. We're going to stick blend this all together until we get a light trace. I want a light trace because I'm doing multiple colors, so I want something that will be easy to work with, that will mix well, and it won't harden so fast when I mix these colors. So as you've seen there, I was incorporating my fragrance. The fragrance for this will be unicorn sprinkles. I think it's a really nice scent, especially for the kiddos. To be honest, I like them as well. I know we're going into fall season, but I definitely want something for the kids to still be happy to bathe with. That lime green was just not greening, so I had to add a little bit more over there, baby, because I'm like, I want some green in this thing. I'm sitting here laughing because watching myself, even with mixing and separating, soaping is kind of fast. When you get to moving with these colors and fragrances, sometimes you don't know how a fragrance is going to act on you if you hadn't used it before. So what you don't want is your soap to harden to where you can't pour it in the molds to get your swirls and things. So you have to move really, really fast. Even though this is sped up a little bit, I'm still moving extra fast so that we can get these all poured in here. So I really didn't know what I wanted to do with this unicorn sprinkle soap. I do know that I didn't want layers. I kind of wanted some swirls, but I didn't know what kind of swirls. So I was just like, hey, let's just go for it. It's so messy and so fun. I'm just down for it. So I just got to mixing and said, hey, whatever the wind blows. So I'll just completely empty all of this in here and the best that I can while getting it all in the mold. And so I just kept continuing to stack. I slapped it down a couple of times to release any air bubbles in it. And so then I decided when I walked away, I want to do a hanger swirl, but I don't have a hanger. So I'm not going to do that. I'll just take my little chopstick and clean it up and just do some inside swirls to see what we get. I think that's the thing that grew me the most when I became a soaper, was that you never knew what you were going to get. Like, you can have this wonderful soap, this vibrant and bright, and when it sits and cure, you never know what you'll get. So I think that's the fun part of it. Okay, so now I did decide that I wanted to add some of my soap sprinkles on top because it is a unicorn sprinkle scent. I was like, hey, let's go ahead and give it some sprinkles. So I'm just using my spoon here to decorate my top. I really, really love decorative tops. So my soap was still a little soft. So I was just kind of slightly, moving it to see if it would withstand before I added the soap sprinkles. So there, I'm just taking my little shish kebab stick and just cleaning up the edges. I find that it's easier when I clean up the outside edges to come out my soap mold. So yes, I was just speaking to somebody that's waving to me through the window, which was pretty nice. And now we are adding our sprinkles. It's so exciting, and the good thing is that it is soap too, so it'll all just soap up and dissolve in the shower or tub. And now we are all done. I am going to clean this up, spritz it down with a little alcohol. Well, actually a lot of high percentage alcohol, so that I don't have to worry about my top ashing so much. It's an aesthetic thing. It really has nothing to do with the greatness of the soap, only the look. But I'm a big aesthetic person, so I definitely want it to look great. So we're gonna spray that down, and as you can see, I'm a sort of a perfectionist, so I had to go back in because I felt like the swoops wasn't swooping. And so now they are finished product. Voila. Okay, you guys, so it's the next day, and I am very happy with the results of the coloring. It is slightly ash, but you know what? I'm okay with that. So let's unmold. Oh my goodness, do you see how that color is popping, sister? Yes. I am so happy about the way this soap turned out. Let's see this first cut. Oh my goodness. Yes, okay. I'm seeing the swirl swirling, so I cannot complain. It looks really, really good. Let me go ahead and finish completing this cut. So I cut it 2.5 inch for my soap bar, so that approximately gives us a 5-ounce bar. So now I decided let's weigh just to see that we're getting our 5 ounces. They roughly were anywhere between 5.3 and 5.4, but during the curing process, it will absorb some of that weight. So in total, we have 9 wonderful unicorn sprinkle bars that will be on sale in 6 weeks. I can't wait. They are so beautiful. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and click that subscribe button, like this video. Please make sure to leave any comments down below. I can't wait to make more soap for you guys. So this is Lauren with Daily, and I'm checking out. Bye.